Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Normal World. I'm Dave Landau.
I am Quarter Black Garrett, and with us, as always, is the great Angela.
Oh, thanks, guys. That's sweet. Thank you.
I'm a Fangela.
Oh,
That's what they say in the chat.
That is what they say in the chat.
They do.
I agree.
They do.
Dave, if people wanted to see you in real life, where would they go?
Well, what they could do is they could come out this Friday and Saturday to Chicago, Illinois, where I will be at the Comedy Bar.
Nice.
And then on Sunday, I'm going to be in Philadelphia at Helium. Or why don't you check out my book, Party of One, a fuzzy memoir, now available on Amazon, which it has hit #1
Bestseller.
in comedy, self-help, and performing arts.
That's you guys out there.
That's-
Thank you so much.
It's self-help, yes.
Well, it has a good ending,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Well, it depends. Yes and no.
Is it a to be continued?
Oh, there's going to be a couple books that I think I'm eventually going to put out.
watch out.
Where can I find you?
You can find me on my channel, Quarter Black Garrett, where I stream every Sunday. Please go check it out. I appreciate you. And
Yes.
Angela.
Yeah. I have a channel called Angela Does Horror where I just kind of go over horror movies and different things like that. So check it out.
Yeah.
And you also got a wonderful sign made for you by a very
did.
cool fan. We got one too,
They
but
were so cool. Check
then
out
they made
theirs.
these
Check these out.
these
Get
awesome.
away! Get off of me! Get.
Look at
Switch.
She's lining up. You got to get the zoom in, the super zoom in on these, because they're
Yeah,
great.
you got to zoom in.
3D prints of our mugs, man.
and they're golden.
Now she's mad at me.
Why is she mad at you?
She was like, "I was fixing something."
Well, tell you what
Sorry.
you
It's only
want
the
to fix.
show. It's
The
okay.
rhythm of the show.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Rhythm
Kayla.
of the
we
night.
love you. I'm just kidding.
I know it's a joke. You're fine, Kayla.
But what was her
we
name
love you.
that created these great?
I've-
Micah and Stephanie.
Mike
Mike
and
and
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
I believe so.
Thank you so much.
Actually,
Yeah, it's Mike and Stephanie.
Oh yeah, from
Yes.
Christmas. They
Mike.
gave us
Yeah.
a Christmas gifts.
no,
It's so
these
nice.
are separate people.
These are other people that are making stuff
Different
for us.
people. It's
Oh
great.
my
Different
god,
people.
you guys are awesome out there. I appreciate all you guys.
And then we got our light too, which is really cool.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I
the
got
3D. Like,
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
awesome.
I'm
guys are
excited.
cool.
But
Thank you.
joining us also today, even more exciting, you know her from Sara Gonzales Unfiltered. I forget her name. Get it? Because I said it just now.
Matthew Marsden? Is that?
You know. Please welcome
Oh, sorry.
Sara Gonzales.
Hi. Hello. I don't have a 3D bust of myself.
Well,
was given to
you
me by
know.
a fan, so I'm
Wow.
getting jealous right now.
Now that they know they're very good people, they might hook you up.
I would love one.
They might.
But we'll keep it.
Yeah.
Get to keep
We'll
it.
keep
Yeah.
it here on our
It'll
side.
be on our
There are
sides.
fans. Okay.
Yeah.
Just hands off.
Right.
It's a full 3D body.
Wait,
It's in a
Wait.
chair.
Entire thing just
can
too
you
big.
ask me where people can find me?
I was going to.
Sarah?
Where can we find you, Sarah?
You can find me on YouTube at Sara Gonzales Unfiltered and also AmericanBeautyBySarah.com. I would like to point out we will technically sell to trans because it's illegal not to.
Okay.
But I don't like them. So
I don't think they're going to be buying it.
I don't
Unless you
tells
buy it
me.
on like against you and then smash it or burn it or something.
Let's not.
fine with them buying. I mean, I'm a capitalist, so if they want
Sure.
to buy it to burn or break,
I think it's
or-
best not to just be demonetized right away.
I think
I just
go right
no,
into
I
it.
know.
I said they are welcome to buy my product at
You're right. I think that that's
AmericanBeautyBySarah.com.
very progressive of you.
Yeah.
And they're great lipsticks. They used them
Thank
on
you.
me in the makeup room,
Yes.
and I was like, "What is this?" And they were like, "It's Sarah's." And I was like, "Sarah makes lipsticks."
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
very good.
They're
Very good.
great. The liquid mattes, they last forever.
Do you animal test?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Then I think it's
Personally.
fine.
You could put
You
lipstick on
just-
pigs too.
You find an endangered animal and just start rubbing lipstick on
Yeah.
it.
They
That's what
call
you
her the
should do.
Fauci of makeup.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
good for you.
Thank you. Thank
Wow.
you.
So there's just
A lot of lives lost, but I made millions.
You need
so.
to do that though.
it's weird you put eyeshadow on a beagle, then have to slit its vocal cords.
Yeah. You have to crack a few eggs.
You do. You want to make a good omelet.
Yeah.
Good for you. You have a whole makeup line.
I do, and for a while I was doing a million other things, and it took a while for us to restock, but we just restocked, so I wanted to
Good for you.
start promoting it again. Yeah.
You're like Mary Kay.
I don't have a pink Cadillac. That's the one with the pink Cadillac.
Yeah.
Cadillac.
Hand 'em out.
Yeah.
I haven't sold enough makeup to get a pink Cadillac yet.
It used to be Clint Eastwood drove a pink Cadillac, and then it became Mary.
Really?
Yeah, there's a movie called Pink Cadillac starring Clint Eastwood.
Wow.
And then, after that, it was Mary Kay and people that sold a lot for her.
So she stole it.
Yep.
What a jerk.
Wow.
And now they're like Escalades.
The ones that they hand out now.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
I'm like, how much?
Escalades are way better.
How much is selling to buy an Escalade?
Yeah, that's a lot of eyeliner.
A $90,000 car.
Sell more bass and get some spinners on that thing.
Oh yeah. I mean,
TVs in the seats.
if you want to get it,
PlayStation 2 in the back.
yeah, if you pay $100,000 for a car, you want to class it up with spinners as quickly as possible.
Those pokey rims that stick out
Yeah.
that keep people off your. Yeah.
Yeah, my brother has an Escalade.
It's a death race.
Yeah.
Like they destroy the other cars around you.
Does this should turn into Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah, my brother bought an Escalade in 2006 on my credit.
Peak. That's the peak of
Asked me to.
Escalades.
Yeah, he got one, and he still has it though. So
yeah.
in fairness, it lasted a long time, almost
Wow.
20 years. Yeah. But yeah, one day I got a phone call, and they were like, we need you to get your Escalade, because it was under my name, out of the street on 11 Mile in Jefferson. And I was like, I don't have an Escalade. And they're like, they go, what car do you own? I'm like, I'm in it. I have a Malibu. What are you talking? And they're like, you don't own an Escalade? And I was like, oh.
Well, it turns out.
So it's just the door's wide open, right in the middle of the street, I guess. And my brother lived near there. So I called up his roommate, my friend Jimmy, and I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, oh, I'll just send you a video. And it's my brother naked eating chicken, drunk,
the
and
car?
then falling on his face. No, in the house. Like he decided to just park in the middle of a mile road and walk home.
It's like, this is time. This is
Yeah,
time.
I'm too drunk to drive.
Yeah.
Being safe.
I'm going to go home and eat naked chicken. Like he had no idea anybody was around him. He was blackout drunk.
Wow.
I was like, could you just go get his car out of the street, please? They're like, yeah, we can do that.
To be fair, it wasn't Escalade. He had to do it. Like, he couldn't pass up the deal.
Well, yeah, you want people to know you have that car.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, it was cool because I really wanted the cops to call me about it. Think it was mine. Fortunately, I explained myself.
Yeah.
Was this in your self-help book?
That's not in my self-help book. That was later in life. That was in my, I was probably about 25, 26.
Okay.
Maybe? Yeah. I was older.
Okay, so it's not in your number one self-help.
It's not. It's
Comedy
not
book.
in my
Okay.
number one self-help comedy book.
Just checking.
Yes.
Got it.
Part 2, though.
There might be a part, the
Yeah.
part 2, though, because I do have to go into, there's the college years. It's going to be a whole Saved by the Bell theme.
Dave, the college
trilogy.
years. Yeah.
Yeah. Or I should say the college year.
Oh.
And then after that, comedy.
And then, yeah. I'm waiting for the trilogy. I want the whole thing.
There's going to be the community college year, and then I'm going to do my forced life into conservative media.
Fall.
The truth. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I don't want someone to actually hurt me. I'm going to do it.
The lasers are out right now.
I want to do it.
I'm going to go out my own way.
Just to be like, look at this. I mean, in a good way. I mean, I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
like, how great this all is. How are you?
So good. Never better.
What are you doing today? Cutting clips, or what do you do?
Little of everything, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
I do cut clips.
Do you? Yours are very good. I was wondering who did it.
Sometimes it's me.
It's you.
Yeah.
I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You're a
Sometimes.
go-getter.
I try to be.
Mm-hmm.
I try to be. I now try to wear a lot of different hats. Yeah.
Sure.
Some of them are forced.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? We're just living the dream every day, just grinding.
Content creation.
Yep.
That's what you got to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every day's a gift.
That's right.
It says that in my book. It doesn't say that at all.
Yeah.
But I do believe
You don't
that.
like every gift you,
didn't
get.
coin
No. No, the daily
These
gift
gifts,
of life.
That's
here.
cool.
these are awesome
This is
gifts.
the worst. These are awesome gifts. When waking up is a punishment. Not that that's me. I'm the most positive person you'll ever meet.
You said we were going to be happy.
I am happy.
Yeah.
I am happy.
I'm not saying you didn't.
I am a best-selling author who spent 5 years in high school. You're welcome, America. You can be anything you want as long as you hire an editor.
Yeah.
And then the editor accidentally misspells forward on the front of your book.
No.
On the cover.
No.
So those are limited edition. If you have one of those,
That was before I
those
could
are
change
rare.
it.
A rarity.
Now,
Those are going to be on the market.
I'm sure I didn't have forward right either, but I'm not the editor.
You're not the editor. Yeah. You get a
You don't
pass for
claim.
that.
Yeah.
You get a pass for that.
But when I saw it, I was like, oh dear. And then
So it's just FOR?
No, it was FOREWARD.
Forward.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He was very apologetic, and he's a good guy. So I'm like,
he's a good guy and just dumb.
Yeah.
well, no, that's the part I don't get. He
didn't read the
very
cover.
well read.
Yeah. He's like, I didn't realize I needed to edit the cover too, Dave.
It's like all the letters are there, kind of, mostly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Except the O.
Yeah, and then the inside said forward, like forwarding an email, which was probably my fault. But the thing is I read a lot of books, but I never really read the forward because I don't care.
Right.
But this one's by Black Garrett, so they might care.
Yeah.
If somebody's somebody I like,
Yeah.
like Johnny Depp wrote Doug Stanhope's forward, so I'm gonna read it. Doug Stanhope wrote Sam Towns' forward, I'll read it. You know, but I mean, there's just a lot of them. Just like I don't know who you are.
I'm not reading that.
I don't need. You're gonna tell me about the guy I already know, which is why I bought the book.
Right.
Who are you? Have you written a book, right?
I haven't.
No.
It's on my bucket list.
What do you want to do?
Well, that's the thing is I haven't honed in on exactly what I want it to be, so I don't want it to waste not just my time but anyone else's time.
Have
but
you
I feel like
asked ChatGPT?
I haven't.
Could AI it?
I mean, I really could these days, but I feel like something in the realm of like parenting or protecting children from this radical indoctrination of the left, just because that's just a lot of what my work is.
Yeah.
I don't have as interesting of a life as you to be like, let me tell you about my life and you guys are going to want to read it.
Well, if you decide to be a degenerate piece of shit, you will get stories out of it.
I
But
haven't decided that
That's the
yet.
benefit.
though, you'll be 42 and have a thyroid problem and have to get steroids from Mexico to deal with it. Not even kidding.
Did you jump the border?
Dude, I get them shipped.
Dude, is it about to skyrocket the price?
That's why I got them
Tariffs.
shipped.
No.
Oh, yeah, you can get anything shipped.
Oh, anything. You can get anything.
You want a toe? I'll get you a toe.
You want a baby?
Yeah, you want a baby?
Baby, ship a baby
get
in there. They
baby
can
all the
survive.
time.
You pop a couple holes in the top, they can breathe.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah.
They're real hungry when they get there. That's what they call it.
They've got a lot of extra, baby fat, so they can just wear
They
through
live
that.
off of the baby fat.
Okay.
I mean, occasionally you get one where you're like, you shake it and clearly there's no response. But I mean, most of the time they're fine.
Yeah,
gonna
you
get a
order
dud
two
in
just in
every-
case.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. Do you get like a 2-for-1?
Oh, yeah, you get a buy for one, get 2 for 3. There's a whole deal.
Oh.
Sometimes they have the flat head because the parents never held them up.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm not buying a helmet. And then you just ship it back.
Or you spring for the smaller box because it's a little heavy. Like the thinner the baby, the cheaper the shipping.
Yeah.
It's all based off of weight.
And then sometimes they
fatten them up
do
when they get-
mistake and pack it with plastic. And that's a whole
nother
whole thing. You know?
We'll talk about private, though.
I know. But yeah, just be careful when you're shipping your babies for money.
It's a horrible thing that's really happening out there. It's,
Yeah.
shipping babies
Is it really happening?
postal service.
According to the ice cooler that Amazon just dropped off.
Yeah.
I call the guy Amazon. It's not the company. He's just very tall.
He's just from the Amazon.
Yes, he doesn't speak the language, but he understands baby money exchange.
Right. He knows the art of the deal.
These are facts. So you're pro-life?
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
But do you think some have more value than others? Like if you were going to buy a baby, would you put in for one of your kind or would you want a white one?
I mean, obviously, if we're talking about street value, white ones have more.
I don't know. These days,
Guess.
they're not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think.
There's so many of them, just the rarities.
I don't know. I feel like there's not anymore in this country.
Oh, I get what
country,
you're saying.
there's
Yeah.
a
In
lot
this
of-
country,
What you're saying.
there's you guys are gonna get repopulated.
Yeah, but lately,
Or
though,
overpopulated. Yeah, because you've seen all the Muslims coming in to
I was gonna
Texas,
say, by
and
the
they're
year-
like, we are repopulating this place.
Yeah, by the year 3000, this is just going to be Planet Muhammad.
Exactly.
Everybody's name.
Exactly.
Like the number one name in Ireland is Muhammad.
It's somewhere
Sorry,
else
it's
in the
O
UK
Muhammad.
too.
and the snakes are back. Did you hear about that? There's snakes in Ireland.
Are they really?
Yeah, there's a whole holiday about getting the snakes out.
Wait, were there not snakes in Ireland?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what
it's
St. Patrick's
St.
did.
Patrick's Day.
St.
He was the one that
Patrick got
got
him
ran
out.
them all out.
Really?
Yeah.
Drove them
Well,
out.
I don't know, but that's the
That's the lore.
I just thought it was an
Lord.
excuse to drink.
It is. Well,
everything's an
no
excuse
idea.
to drink in Ireland.
I believe in Ireland it's not like
They don't
they
celebrate
don't
it.
celebrate it at all. But in
you guys doing?
America,
That's because they get drunk every single
Yeah.
other night, so it's
Right.
nothing special.
Can't
in,
even
in It's an excuse for Boston to have a drunk parade that's filled with Irish people. That's what it is.
Pour a bunch of green stuff into the water. Check it out. It's not going to be bad for the environment.
No, it's fine.
Be fine.
We're good.
We're all drunk anyways.
Yeah, so that's Saint Patrick.
Oh,
He
I
played
learned.
a magic snake
Flute.
Yeah.
I learned something today on Normal World.
That's
snake
right.
flute.
Don't let anybody ever tell you that this show's a bunch of crap. Okay.
That's not a euphemism either.
No.
Tongue punch
can
that
be.
like button.
And I just learned about snake flutes.
Yep.
That's right.
If you ever have snakes on your property, you can go to snakeflute.org, and that's where
That's our sponsor today.
that's our
Dr.
sponsor
Steve
today.
runs that place.
Yeah, it's snakeflute.org, and you can get as many as you like. Let's go to skinflute.com.
Promo code normal.
What is this show?
But welcome. We're happy to have
Thank you so much for
you.
being on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I guess we'll just right into the interview. Your take on the Jews. 1 minute answer.
I love them.
Good. There we go.
In this building?
Are you sure that the
What's the answer we're supposed to give? I can't remember.
do the higher ups here know that?
I think so.
Okay.
Are you sure?
No?
Have you checked the internet though? Because they don't like them.
Yeah,
They're
the
really
internet's
against them
been
for
real
some reason.
sassy to Jews.
It is very,
They got a hate
It's getting
going
gross.
for
It's
'em.
very gross.
yeah.
It's very serious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't either.
Have you noticed? Because you've been following the politics on the internet for a long time.
Sorry, that just
I've
makes you
been
clearly uncomfortable.
I've been following it. I'm gonna have a serious conversation here. I've been following it for like 6-7 years now, and there was always a little bit. 'Cause,
Yep.
I mean, there's always assholes on the internet that don't like everybody, right?
Yep, yep.
But this specific hatred popped up like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years, just randomly. All of
Yeah.
a sudden, everything is the Jews.
Well, I don't even know that it was random. I feel like it coincided with the Israel-Hamas thing. The
Yeah,
October 7th was
Yeah.
when it really escalated. And then
right.
all of a sudden it was like, whoa, what is happening? Yeah, I had never seen anything like it either.
We're going to make very broad, uneducated claims, but it is good when you can correct them to the exact date.
yeah.
Because we don't know. This whole thing is a facade.
Oh yeah. We're all bullshitting here.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, that makes
I
sense.
just find it very interesting. It's like all of a sudden, that's the opinion of the internet.
Yeah, it is very
on
strange.
with the red pill side.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember that was not the vibe as the red pill group was like growing. It was just like, hey, being against the government, like overreach and all this stuff. And all of a
Right.
sudden it was just like everything's the Jews. It's Mossad. It's blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some things that like
They called it
Israel
Zionist.
does that's bad, but every country does things that are bad, and I don't like those.
Right.
But it seems to be very specific.
Yeah, well, and then you get hit from both sides because it's like, well, I mean, I support Israel's right to exist, but I also don't want to fund their existence.
Yeah, I
as,
agree.
An American. So then you get them mad at you, and then the other side is like, how dare you say that people should have the right to exist? Which is very
No,
strange.
the internet's. a
Are
funny
you
place.
Christian?
Yes.
Okay. So from that perspective, though, the fact that Israel is, in fact, a holy land based on the book, isn't that kind of a responsibility? Not of America.
Well, and that's the
Like
thing. Is that,
Christianity.
Yeah,
so then I think that maybe the churches should have that conversation rather than the American government.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like that. Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like they might have a surplus with the no tax thing.
Mm.
Maybe,
Oh,
You can invest.
maybe Joel Osteen could just pay for it himself
Wow.
when he's not hiding money in his bathroom.
Yeah.
walls.
See, we should see if he ever steps up to do that.
Yeah, what a man of God.
Right.
I love that when there was floods and he was like, guys, we
wet.
just replaced the
Yeah, it's
carpet.
like,
They're
we
wet.
Can't
guys, come on. It hasn't even been a day.
let it chill in here, guys.
I have a baby. Well, he should have wrapped it right.
Yeah, you should have thought about it.
Should have shipped it beforehand.
And then it makes the news, and he's like, "What are you talking about? Come on in. I made pancakes."
Specifically floods. It's like in the book. Joel, come on.
I hate him. I hate.
He's one of those that's like, God told me that I needed a jet. I needed a jet to fly across the country and preach the good Lord.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think you need a jet for that.
I don't know. I feel like
They make
Jesus
them.
was.
Oh, are you saying God's wrong?
You need an 800,000 or
Need a
880
G6.
million at this point. Yeah, G6. Yeah, I watched him do an entire thing where he had a Bentley, And he was like, "This is Jesus opening the door to his heart," and then he would open the door to the Bentley.
No.
I'm dead serious. It was one of the greatest sermons I've ever seen. Because it's basically like him going, "Look what I got."
Yeah.
But also, like, that's pretty smart, right? Like, I'm kind of questioning my life choices. Why didn't I decide to just tell people God wanted me to have an airplane?
Yeah,
It's your responsibility to fund one for me.
So many people believe him.
God said, I need a Bentley
Yeah, just like
and a boob job.
Yep. Sorry.
God said, "You're not done.
Like,
Some post work on that."
all the things that I want. Just tell people that God wants me to have it, and then they'll just provide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Pretty smart.
I'm blanking on her name, but the woman who used to wear heavy makeup, you wouldn't care for.
Tammy Faye Baker.
Thank you. She was actually a good person.
Yeah, I don't know enough about her.
She was a good person and genuinely wanted to do good things, but her husband and like other parts of the church really screwed that up.
Yeah.
I've always felt very bad for her. So yeah, I don't know. She was a very nice person.
Was she on the televangelist thing?
She was even on Righteous
TV channels?
Gemstones. Like the ex-wife,
The mom.
or the mom who's passed away is kind of Tammy Faye Baker, who actually has a soul, and then you're left with everybody.
All that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, she was. That was one that I liked. I'll say it.
I don't think I know enough about it.
You should watch a documentary on her.
Yeah.
I did,
Okay. Jeez.
and that's how,
Flaunt your
for my
knowledge.
opinion, one slanted documentary.
Any other hot seat questions you have
oh,
for
man.
me?
Oh, I'm sorry.
How do you feel about fat people?
Hate them.
Yeah, I knew you.
What is it? Because you were
We're here in the room. No, that's why you can say it.
Yeah, it is why I can't
Like,
say
you're a
it.
person of former fat.
Yeah, yeah.
At least you say that. I don't buy it, but you say that.
I'll show you the pictures, Dave.
All right, put them up.
I mean, I
Again,
can't
AI
right now.
exists. I don't believe any photos.
Oh
showed
my
you?
gosh.
Okay.
No.
No, I saw a picture of you at a football game.
Yeah.
I don't think
Texas
it's you.
Longhorns. It is me.
I don't believe you.
It's me.
It's a heavy set white girl. It's not
It's
you.
me without a tan.
Really?
Yeah, honest to God, it was me.
Why didn't you have a tan? Did you just not go out?
I was fat. I didn't want anyone to see me.
You had a sweater.
No, I didn't.
Yep, it was a big Christmas sweater. I'm thinking of the movie The Santa Claus.
Yes, yeah. that is-
You got me confused with the Santa Claus.
Well, I'm still fat, so there you go.
I'm
yeah.
not fat.
I'm pudgy. It's fine.
Technically,
I go up and down.
morbidly obese.
I did hit a point though
Nuh-uh.
when
That's what the doctor says.
the doctor says obese.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's my height.
It's the height.
My height weight proportion is what they call deadly. So that's-
Pre-diabetic,
Yeah.
I think is the
I
word.
say pre-diabetic as if I'm going to change.
Well, they're saying pre, like, you're definitely going there.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, what do you? Yeah,
About to be post.
do your feet fall asleep a lot? Pff, every day.
Dude, I don't even feel it.
Do I still have feet?
Yeah. How's your LASIK doing? I think it's wearing off. Either that or my insulin's not proper.
I got a lot of floaties
A lot.
in my eyes.
Yeah. There was a point where I think that's when I first realized addiction was food because I did get very, very fat.
Oh.
To the point that it ripped, I have stretch marks as a result of it from when I was young, the old battle wounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a raccoon clawed me up.
I got it from the pregnancy.
But no, it's not good. It just one day and then, yeah, it wasn't good.
But it's better than what you were doing before.
Yo, but my mom, this is going to be really stupid to admit, gave me a Jane Fonda workout day. And I'm not kidding. It worked like a charm.
She knows what she's talking about. Yeah.
I did
Walking
aerobics,
to
and I'm telling you.
Vietnam.
I would do that, and then my dad saw me, and he walked downstairs, and he was like, What are you doing? And I was like, Mom gave me this, and he went and bought a weight bench.
It's like, son, please.
He's just like, I can't watch him do. I already think he's gay. He likes drawing and movies.
And for him, though, I mean, that's Jane Fonda. He was a Vietnam vet.
He was a Vietnam
That's
vet.
offensive.
That's what I mean.
Get that tape out of your house.
It's like, why would you support this?
This
woman?
traitor.
Well, he hated the government too. We didn't hate.
Good man.
Wow.
We just despised them and thought they
man.
were all corrupt.
It's only because he's correct.
Well,
Yeah.
it killed him, so he was spot on.
Yeah.
That's why we went and saw JFK when I was 8
Oh,
in the movie theater.
wow.
I used to go to
You were-
Gettysburg.
8.
I was 8, yeah. I was like, oh, John Candy's in this. That's what I took away.
Just like Uncle Buck. Same story.
Like, oh, he's from Louisiana. That's fun. Whoa. And then back and to the left. I just watched a guy's head get blown off for...
That's history, son.
You know, my biological father, who I don't talk about often, but I remember he always used to complain because he was born on the day that JFK was assassinated, and he always complained that his party was canceled. Like, the president was killed, and that's your takeaway.
You really do lose all your shine, though.
Yeah.
Especially for a while.
Yeah, but as like a 50-year-old man still complaining that...
Still angry. He's like, look, life would have worked out a little better with any other birthday. Except 9/11. I feel like that one's bad, too.
That would be like, yeah, second.
Because a lot of people were born on 9/11.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot died.
Yeah, well, a lot died. I mean, it was, I guess you could say it was a trade. Yeah, it was a good way.
Yeah.
Some went.
Some souls came up and went down.
That was a sad day.
That's called the circle of life.
Yeah.
That was a sad day when they filled that place with dynamite and erupted it to start a war.
Yeah. Weird.
That's what I'm told. In my earphones, according to Kayla.
That's her opinion, yeah.
She constantly tells me 9/11 conspiracies.
What a weirdo.
Isn't that bizarre? I mean, I'm starting to believe him. I guess it's the constant repetition of her doing it every show.
Yeah. You guys don't know, always.
What do you think happened on 9/11? Let's get down to brass tacks, whatever that means.
Very strange that we still have so many redacted documents that don't give us the full story.
That is interesting, isn't it? It's like the JFK one they just put out, where it was like, hey, nothing.
That's it. We were talking to Bryce about it not that long ago, and I love what he said, where it's just like, yeah, there's never going to be a document that says, yep, we did it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys?
What it did prove,
It's like CIA is all I would say.
we set it up. What it
CIA
did,
was
though,
here.
was like,
Yeah,
hey,
written
we're
in
the
blood.
CIA. Here's a bunch of operations that took place that illustrate the things that we will do. Do with that, with, what you may.
will, yeah.
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 Well, I want to talk about this. You go into protests, which is astonishing to me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm terrified for some of the stuff you do.
So is my husband.
I would imagine he is. you need to be at home raising the kids. Out there working with it? It's absurd.
Yeah.
So anyway, some people. This past Saturday, aging boomers took a break from mall walking and going to McDonald's just for coffee to collect paychecks from Soros-funded NGOs. I mean, protest the Trump administration as part of the hands-off movement, protesting Trump. We discussed this on your show a bit. And Elon's action at Doge. Let's take a look.
Wait.
That's the... No, that's the wrong clip. That's the wrong...
That's not,
Okay, there it is. Thank you.
It's like the end of the Grinch.
yeah, I was like, what are these who's?
Wow, that is a lot of people that are old.
Just pasty.
It's a lot of nursing homes busting.
Oh, they are. We think China's good.
You can.
Yeah, you can. We
Love
got
always
enough of this.
wins?
It's killing me.
It rarely wins.
What's the
scene
argument?
wasn't just aging hippies doing the protesting equivalent of hair plugs. Here's some of the far leftists, though, having a normal one. So that's a woman in a Nazi Hitler dress? Have you seen this, Sarah?
No.
Who's texting?
I needed to give instructions.
Have you seen this video?
Leftist protesters spend more time painting swastikas than anybody ever.
They have officially...
More than Nazis.
They've officially done more swastikas than the Nazi Party.
They're always wrong.
Yeah, they're always the wrong way.
That's my problem with them. I'm like, look at this tattoo. That's the right way.
This is the one. Did you see that? Okay, there was a story that I just saw. I don't know if it's real or not, but who cares? It's on the internet. There was a doctor that's getting fired and possibly sued because he took a photo of a patient's swastikas like tattooed on his patient's dick.
Are you serious?
This is the world we live in, yes.
No.
There's no privacy anymore for your swastika dick.
You are breaking...
No privacy, dude.
you are breaking HIPAA laws.
Yeah.
But it is odd to be like, look, came here for an exam. And they're like, is that a swastika on your penis? It is, yeah.
Yeah, flip it over.
Okay, but I'm just...
The other side
Penis.
is
One.
JK.
Yeah.
Would you get paid any amount of money to get a tattoo on your dick?
No.
Like,
What kind of tattoo are we talking?
and how much money are we talking?
Like a cool flame? You know?
If you
Got a
give
hot
me,
rod?
If you give me $500,000, I'll tattoo one on my dick.
Oh, yeah.
$500,000.
It doesn't even have to be a swastika. I'm just saying like a
just in
tattoo
general?
on your dick.
Okay, we'll do a clover. That's fine.
You're just going straight
A
for it.
fleur-de-lis or something.
Look, the higher you go, the worse thing
bigger
I'll
dick.
get. So if you start a GoFundMe and you want to raise me $500,000, I will get whatever you want tattooed on my genitals. I'll
Let's
say that
do
here
it,
right
gang.
Comments
Let's
below.
do it.
Comment below what you would get tattooed on your
Do it.
penis.
Oh god.
As soon as I get those warts burned off, I will go there. I'm kidding. I don't know.
It's too much texture.
You'd think so.
Can't tattoo on that.
No, you can't do that to Braille. So
So, sorry about that tangent there. I just saw it on the internet. It's
we were
just-
drinking
now you
bottom
know.
of the barrel last night at Mothership, and one of the things was, if you have a hysterectomy, are you trans? And Bridget pulled it, and she's like, "That's cancer, you."
Yeah.
Have you had a hysterectomy?
No.
Good. Glad it's healthy.
Yeah, I'm considering.
So with these protesters, what do you think's going on, Sarah? Let's ask you.
They're dumb as a box of rocks. They have no idea what they're doing, what they're talking about. This is all like, it's all Democrat NGOs bringing people out. There's no, because if you go to some of these clips from these protests, which by the way, hands off of what they haven't been able to say. But these people are interviewing them and none of them have any idea what they're out there for.
Oh, we actually have clips of it.
Oh, great.
Well, let's take a look.
And what brings you out here today?
What doesn't?
Can you explain a little bit for our viewers what this means?
Go ahead.
Where's your handout?
Where's your handout?
Cacostocracy.
Let me read the script here.
God, actually said handout.
Reasonable or competent citizens of a state. Seems to fit, doesn't it?
No, because you just said, "Where's your handout?"
Dude, that's every time you go to one of these protests.
Is it real?
No idea what they're talking about.
None.
No idea.
None. Yeah.
You're clearly just being paid.
No, I
Your
don't know if they're getting
handout?
paid. I think they're stupid enough to go to these things and have no idea. They
There
just
are
want to
people
fight
who
the
are like
fight.
that. There are people who are, they're useful idiots.
Yes.
Right? They've been used a very long time by Marxists.
Some are paid though. Like the Tesla thing was so obvious because there was the one girl who was out. She was Asian American, and she's like, "Look, I work here. I like working here. Watch them right now. At 5 o'clock, they leave, and like at 5 o'clock, they just left.
Yep.
While she's yelling, like she's proving it.
Yeah.
And they just keep walking because they're like, either way, my shift's over.
Like, I clocked out already.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
astonishing.
Yeah. So, it's definitely both. But the point is, paid or unpaid, no one there knows what the hell they're doing there. Why, what the problem is. What are we saying we need to have hands off of? No one is quite sure. Like the love always wins sign. What is that? What is that in regards to? Tariffs?
yeah.
I mean, if you take
You
away,
love all the extra spending that we're doing?
if you take away the bloodbath that has allowed our freedom, there's a lot of love.
Look, save small business, stop the tariffs is what the rest of that sign says. And then next to it, love always wins.
I think they're just trying to say, like, this is hateful,
What is
bigotry.
hateful?
Yeah, what is the
Trump.
opinion?
Yeah.
Well, they're saying that Trump is hateful and the love should win.
Hateful about what?
But also,
Look,
here's
I'm not a
here's a severed
protester.
head.
Hold on. Let me give you the answer. I'm going to refer to my handout.
What's not about it,
Yeah.
Why are you here? Why aren't I here?
I know why I'm here. You don't know why you're here.
It's like, what is this, To Catch a Predator? Like, you can't even come up with a decent, you're like, I don't know, why are you here?
I was just gonna give them like
look,
Gatorade and Cheetos. We were gonna hang out and watch cartoons.
It's always Mike's Hard Lemonade.
What? Yeah,
It's always a kid's
It's
drink
a lemonade.
with booze in it.
I brought some Go-Gurt. What?
Sea breezers or whatever.
It's
the-
always
Emo with Jolly Ranchers.
just wine coolers, and they're just sitting there eating cookie. Who eats a cookie first? I'm in the shower. Have some cookies, and you're like, "Oh, good." Go molest a kid while you're eating. Just eating Keebler cookies, and I like when they keep chewing when like Chris Hansen would be talking to him. You know,
Well, what are they supposed to do? They have a mouthful.
they gotta act casual.
Yeah.
Why are you here? It's like, well,
Yeah, I'm not nervous at all.
Everybody-
I'm super chill about
Yeah,
this.
I'm just eating a cookie and backing towards the door.
So I'm free to go, right?
Yeah, I can leave, right? This is never gonna.
You can leave.
You're never gonna show anybody this, right?
Yeah.
And then they would come back 3 times because it had a 0% conviction rate.
Man.
Oh man, I remember there was a doctor. It was so funny to watch him cry. It was outside.
His
He's
whole
like,
life.
Son of a bitch! Everything I worked for. You did it.
Yeah, you sick pervert.
It's not like Chris Hansen did it to you. You made the choice to come here. You're a doctor.
You went to 7-Eleven, got the snacks, showed up,
Showed up. You showed up, and of course, yeah, he's got Mike's.
got the Cheetos and the Gatorade. He needs the electrolytes.
Yeah. Well, he's got to stay. He's got to keep up.
Yeah.
He's not young and.
Oh no!
We get it. Yeah.
Do you want one of these?
No.
There's alcohol in it. Oh, okay.
I find it's like the same thing back with the protesters. Same thing with the tariffs this whole weekend. People have been like all of a sudden freaking out. Like, oh, the economy's destroying. And then like liberals that are like, screw big companies and corpos. And then Trump's like, okay, well, here's a bunch of tariffs that are going to mess up their life a little bit. And they go,
Yep.
well, save them. Save the corpos.
Yep.
Like, guys, what do you...
But do you think the tariffs are a bit of a gamble?
I mean, I think any time you're trying to fix the trade deficit that we have in this country, it's going to be a gamble. But I mean, I would say they've been kicking the can down the road for decades now.
Yeah.
And nothing's going to change until we have some sort of a course correction.
No,
So it's like, I mean, the way I see it, I don't know what you guys' thoughts are, but the way I see it is like you might have some short-term pain for long-term prosperity, but it's kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off. So again, I mean, it is a gamble because if it turns out poorly, then you're known as like the worst president ever.
Yeah.
You've destroyed our economy.
Right.
No, but I have to believe that the way that President Trump was set up, the way that you look in hindsight and you're like, holy shit, all of these things had to happen exactly how they happened. He had to be shot. He had to have 91 indictments. All of these things had to happen and all had to align in order for the country to be like, we have to change. We have to course correct. We have to vote for this man, even though we don't like his tweets. And so you look at that and I'm like, I have to believe that God had a plan and it wasn't, we're going to get him into office and then he's going to totally screw this country up worse than before. You know what I mean?
No, it's true.
I feel like I'd rather trust a businessman to be able to negotiate when it comes to trade with other countries than someone who's worked in the public sector and never created anything, never built a business on their own, doesn't understand the complexities of it. I would trust a businessman way more than I would trust, a Joe Biden or a Barack Obama or a, God forbid, Kamala Harris.
Oh God. Well, how do you argue his failed businesses? I mean, I know how I do, but I'm wondering what your take.
I mean, you learn from every failure that you have, right? So with all the failures that you have, he also is a multimillionaire and owns multiple different real estates that do very well. So the more you lean in on that, you're going to have failures.
Well,
but you learn from all
billionaire
of them.
until 4 days ago. The stock market.
Oh.
Well,
It's
as of
way up right
yesterday,
now.
well, as of
Should
yesterday,
have
yeah,
been
it's
applause for
surging
that.
after Trump raised the China tariffs to 125% and authorized
Good.
a 90-day tariff pause on everyone else.
The back and forth on that though is like tariffs on China, and China's like, well then now tariff on you, and he's like, no, more tariffs,
Much more tariff.
And it was like in the red, and people freaked out, and then it was in the green, and people were like, yay, and then it went back red, and then people freaked out again. It's like we did vote for change, like actual change, like you were saying, and it's going to be tough. And I don't like that we're going to have to spend more money on eggs and stuff like that. But like you were saying, the status quo was worse. It was all a facade.
Yeah.
It was all fake anyways. We were just living in this la-la land economy where it was all propped up by fake money.
Yeah.
At some point, it's going to have to hit. And I saw a lot of people complaining
You don't
about
think your house is worth 10 times what you paid for
oh my God. Yeah.
But you can then buy one for 10 times what someone paid for it with a 38% interest
Yeah.
rate? Anyway, go ahead.
So, like,
it all makes sense. We
they
haven't
were-
seen this before.
They were arguing about like boomers that are retiring right now and saying, what about the people that are retiring right now? I was like, well, when they were young, decades and decades ago, they kicked the can down the river and they thought it was going to hit a different generation.
Right.
Well, it turns out it's hitting you. Like, we don't have assets as like millennials and Gen Z. We don't have all the money in the stock market. Because we couldn't, because it was way priced out of our range. You had all the money. You have all the stocks. Now it's hitting you.
Well, it has to hit somebody.
It's got to hit somebody.
Yeah, it has to hit somebody.
I'm glad it's not hitting the generations that didn't kick the can.
And that's the thing, is if we want to protect the future generations, anyone with skin in the game with children, it's like, I want a better economy. I want a better America for my kids. And I'm willing to take the pain right now, short term, knowing that, which by the way, Garrett, we all know the eggs are more expensive because of the chicken genocide done
That's
by
right.
the Biden administration. Okay.
That's right.
Because inflation is
Told
down.
them.
Gas prices are down. It's the trade stuff that we still have to figure out. And I mean, we talked about this on my show yesterday. The transfer of wealth that is happening right now is incredible when you look at how much we are just outsourcing to China for like our medications.
Yeah.
I mean, people should have been woken up to this during COVID in 2020 when their whole entire country shut down and people couldn't get their medications that they needed, like daily medication that kept them alive, and they had trouble finding it because all of their medication is made in China. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Stupid.
Yeah.
They are not our ally. And so there has to be some sort of a course correct where we are producing our own shit. We're producing our own medication. We're producing our own. I mean, I saw not that long ago, sorry to go on a tangent, but that Canada provides
you're
a
fine.
certain, I think it's like a million or so people's electricity in like Minnesota. And I'm like, why the hell are we allowing Canada to provide our electricity? Like, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, the blackout that were happening a couple, maybe 15 years ago. I was getting my wisdom teeth out. That's how I remember it. And then there was a blackout, so I had to walk around with gauze in my mouth, bleeding. They didn't have a generator. Anyway, but that was part of Canada where like that went out, and then like part of New York went out. It was one of the biggest blackouts ever.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we can course correct here, have some short-term pain for some long-term, we have to bring back our wealth to this country. We are literally shipping it out and paying all of these other countries to produce our goods. And that's not that's not sustainable in the long term.
And this country is the same country that is sending us fentanyl.
Yes.
They're responsible for it.
They hate us.
Yeah, this is the same country who, what they do to children and what they do to their own people is disgraceful. And the fact that we all kind of jokingly buy clothing and everything that we all know is made by a toddler is pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
Like that
People don't
has
care.
to. No, they don't care. And it's like that has to come back to America.
Yes.
Where we're making our own stuff and creating jobs. If we don't start buying, like, like everything can't be Amazon. It's a disaster. We're just making one guy rich, and I'm looking around like, what do you guys do for a living? Like, I can't figure it out.
And especially all that Temu, like Shein bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like fast fashion, awful.
It's trash.
Horrible for everybody involved. And it's just like it.
I ordered
China.
a watch, and it was like the face was like this big, made of plastic. It was the most awful thing you've ever seen in your life. Looked nothing like the picture, but I just
No.
wanted to see.
That's the thing. So China steals. I was watching one of the Shark Tank guys.
Oh,
The-
I think we have the
You have
clip
that
on
clip?
Rogan.
Yeah,
Oh,
Devin
that
O'Leary was defending Trump. Yeah.
104% tariffs in China are not enough. I'm advocating 400%.
Yep.
I do business in China. They don't play by the rules. They've been in the WTO for decades. They have never abided by any of the rules they agreed to when they came in for decades. They cheat, they steal IP. I can't litigate in their courts. They take product, technology, they steal it, they manufacture it, and sell it back here. Never has an administration.
400% tariffs? What would that
I
look
want
like?
Xi on an airplane to Washington to level the playing field. This is not about tariffs anymore. Nobody has taken on China yet, not the Europeans, no administration for decades. As someone who actually does business there, I've had enough. I speak for millions of Americans who have IP that have been stolen by the Chinese. I have nothing against the Chinese people. They brought great literacy, art, and tech to the world. The government cheats and steals, and finally, an administration, you may not like Trump, you may not like his style or his rhetoric, finally, an administration that puts up and says enough. 400% tariffs tomorrow morning. He'll tell you why. Xi can only stay the supreme leader if people are employed. If we wipe out any business there, because we are still 39% of all consumables on Earth and 25% of the world's GDP, America is the #1 economy on Earth with all the cards. We will not have that forever. It's time to squeeze Chinese heads into the wall now.
Well,
I'm
hold
not
on
talking
a
about
second,
tariffs.
Kevin. Well, I hear you, but hold on.
Terminology is
That's where he loses all of CNN right
little
then and
aggressor.
there.
Necessarily.
Okay, you can cut it.
Time to pop their heads like balloons.
Now,
Like,
Whoa,
look,
that escalated quickly.
China is
looks
a
like they
facade.
got hit with a sewer cap, right, guys? They're flat-faced.
Run them over.
Spoon face.
Yeah, look at them.
China
do an
is a
impression
facade.
of their eyes. Can I use this paper for teeth? I don't know, go ahead. Sorry.
Like, sir, you're aggressive.
Evan,
So
we
settle
had
down.
you until you made buck teeth out of paper.
It's offensive.
Pulls out a rice patty hat.
I have this under the desk here. I want to illustrate it. Point. Sir,
We're so
stop.
stupid.
We're gonna go to commercial break. Commercial break.
Please cut.
What I was gonna say though is China is a facade. It's all fake. If anytime you see an actual like video from people that live in China, it looks like a third world country. If it doesn't, it's usually a fake city. It's empty. There's nobody there. So the posturing from everybody pretending that China is on our level. Like, they're not on our level. Why are we playing their game? And we've been playing their game for a long time. So I appreciate that somebody finally, and this is a bipartisan thing, back in the 90s, Chuck Schumer was talking about going against China, nobody going against China. Barack Obama talking about going against China, never went against Nancy Pelosi. Everybody talked about it, but never did anything because it doesn't actually benefit them for real. It benefits them to posture and talk about it because they can get the votes. But now Trump's actually doing it and everybody's whining. He did exactly what he planned to do. He wanted to bring everybody to the negotiation table with the tariffs. Everybody said it wasn't going to work. Tariffs aren't going to work. Guess what? It's working. All of the leaders that are out, they're all coming to the table, and China is getting tariffed the fuck out of town. So it's working, and all these people that have no balls, you can vote, you can talk the talk and go, oh yeah, I'm going to vote for Trump because we need change and we don't like the status quo because it's all fake and all this stuff. And then the second everything goes a little bit red,
Yeah, I also think it's unfortunate because, I mean, who benefits the most from the stock market? All of these rich assholes anyway, right? It's like, I get it. It always gets passed down to the consumer. But this is something that if he is successful in this, he will bring the middle class back like never before, because you're talking about all of these manufacturing jobs that have been lost to China. Mm-hmm. So it's just, I just do think it's also important to note, like, I mean, listen, I have money in the stock market as well, right? I have investments. So I'm not saying it's only all of these, multimillionaires, but they're the ones who are losing. What was it? Dave Portnoy was like, I lost $7 billion yesterday in the stock market, whatever it was.
Well, also, I'm sure Kevin Leary lost plenty.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's like, but you have to look long term. It's also, you haven't lost it if you haven't sold it.
Right.
So
hold on.
Exactly. Just calm down. As Trump said, don't be a panicking.
That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. And that's
Zoom that fucking timeline out. If you look at the stocks, and look, I'm stupid. I don't know anything.
No, but if you have an IRA though and you leave it,
you can see.
It's going to go like this. Yes. That's why every time if you have a broker, they're going to go, don't look at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just let it do what it's supposed to do, and don't be a panicking every time it drops, because
Zoom it
inevitable.
Out. 5 years. The 5-year forecast for the stock market overall. It's going up.
Yeah.
It was like a record high like last week or several weeks ago. But just zoom it out. We're doing better than we have been before. It's fine. Just diamond hands.
Yeah, give him time.
Let it play.
Give him time to do his thing. He did write the art of the deal.
He did. And the deal's working out. It's bringing the people to the table. So it's interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah.
At least he's doing something. That's the thing. Is like Joe Biden didn't have a plan. He's asleep the whole time. Barack Obama didn't have a plan. Like all these people didn't have plans. Like Bush didn't have no plan about this. At least Trump is trying to do something to correct the massive can that's been kicked down this river, and it's going to hit somebody, and it's hitting us. And I'm like you said, I want it to be fixed before my kids grow up and have to try to buy a house or try to invest in stuff. I want it to be fixed. So let's do it.
Well, and in 2008, people were voting for change. They were voting in hope that the middle class would come back with Obama. I mean, like that or not, that's really what people felt.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
Well, it did change.
It changed, yeah.
It's not for the better.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, and he's very charismatic. I mean, unlike, Biden was too, obviously. I mean, arguably our smoothest president.
Ooh, did you see those aviators on him? He looks so smooth.
I mean, Dark Brandon.
Yes. Yeah. Fire emojis in the back.
Or the fact that there's several photos of him where it's clearly just a guy walking that isn't him wearing a mask.
You can
ever
tell
seen all
because he's
those?
standing
Yes.
upright.
Well, yeah, he's upright and just walking, and like the camera's far away enough that you won't be able to tell. And the helicopter is making the hair pull up, and he's holding his neck.
Yeah, he's walking like fucking Sasquatch. Like, look, he's alive.
I do hope it works, because if we lose the middle class, I mean, we've already seen what the result is going to be. And then China, where you're born and is where you die. And that has to change for any culture. I mean, I know we're not responsible for that, but that's a huge problem, that you can make no upward movements in that country. Yeah. And that's who we're getting our products from. That's terrible.
It's horrible.
Well, and I mean, that's where we're getting our products from. But just to hammer that point home, that is the government that we are enriching.
Yes.
It's not getting passed down to the people. It's the communist government that is keeping that money and treating their people terribly. And we are enriching them every single time we are investing in Chinese products.
Yep.
Yes. And then you look at, and then we talked about actually with drugs and everything, but even was like the biggest opium fields, everything that they have there. And that's how it gets here, and the way that it's connected with cartels. Yeah. Like, it's the most violent, bloody, dark stuff that people can ever imagine. And that's what we have to stop. But you're right. We're financing our own deaths. Yeah. We're paying for the fentanyl to come here. We're paying for human trafficking. Like, that's a large, and I'm not saying of Americans, but let's be honest, we all ignore it. We all don't necessarily buy American. We don't do any of that stuff like we used to. And now you don't know what's American or not. Like, you buy a car and you're like, all right, I got a Chevy. And you're like, what do you mean assembled in Mexico? And you're doing this in Detroit, but there has to be some truth behind it, like what you're buying.
Right.
Think about like the best cars that are the most reliable cars that I can think of are like Toyotas, like Hyundais. Like those engines drive forever.
Oh, the Japanese do it. Yeah.
They build it, but they have those factories here.
Yes.
There's factories in Texas.
And Hyundai just invested like $20 billion in this country.
Yes. So like that's what Trump's trying to do. He's trying to bring them back here so that it gives us jobs. I saw Secular Talk on Twitter, dumbass, posting this AI video of like Trump supporters working in a factory as if that was like an own. It's like, that's what we want. We want people in America making stuff again. Like, what are you trying to say with this?
My uncle does
You'd
that.
rather slaves be making it in a third world country than in America. Like, what is your opinion? What's the argument?
But not like, it's not even, it's slaves. They put people to death.
Yes.
Like, it's all disgusting. And you're right.
Well,
enrich them.
I also, there's something so disgusting about the Democrats cheering about Tesla. Tesla's going down in stock. We're going to destroy Tesla. It's like Tesla has been responsible for so many American jobs. How could you be a contributing member of this society? How could you have a family in this country and want an American company to not succeed? Like, that's crazy.
And don't you care about the environment anymore?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you guys really.
I thought
we only have like
a couple years
four
left.
more. Yeah,
Yes.
4 more years.
Yeah, you kept saying we had a couple years, and now it's like you're lighting the batteries on fire.
They're exploding.
I mean, you're really speeding up the process here.
Exactly.
Now, look, I think they're awful, but that's me.
I mean, that's just because it's not gasoline powered and doesn't
Correct.
sound awesome.
I want it to sound
never.
awesome.
Yeah, I could never.
I'm not.
I do have an e-hybrid.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, because I can turn it on when I
cascading.
want to. If I'm going on like a long road trip, it charges itself as you're driving.
Yeah.
And then you can turn it on for 12 miles and then
You have a though. I'm gonna call you out.
Okay.
You're a real
elitist.
You're a real fancy lady in your car.
Well, it is an e. I want to be transparent here.
Oh, is it environmentally friendly to let everybody know you're doing well?
No. I didn't let everyone know. You did.
Did you get
Sorry.
that with Blaze
Should I not
money
say?
or
Should
what?
I not?
No.
Where's this money?
Oh God, no.
It was not.
Clearly, she earned that
From
somewhere else.
a makeup company.
I gotta get into the makeup game.
Please, this isn't her only gig.
It can't be.
Should
let's
I
get
not
into the
out your
makeup.
car? It's a
I'll bleep it.
convertible
I'll bleep
two-door.
it. I'll bleep it.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
I
See
don't
what
want
I'm
the
saying?
stalkers to find her.
I don't want a stalker to find you.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
They can
It's a
follow me
Hummer.
home in my. It's a big Hummer.
It's an electric Hummer.
An electric Hummer. God, how much do those suck?
Yeah. Well, because my point is, I just could never buy an electric car.
No, I rented one once, which hurts. Basically, if you show up now, they'll be like, you can just take it. You don't even have to bring it back. Like I drove it for maybe 3 miles, and I'm like, I can't do this.
Really?
Well, it's just like driving a computer that's watching you. Like, there's no sound.
Yeah.
Like it's quick off the jump, but it also slows down. It controls your. It's awful.
Like, I'd like to exit here. I can't do that, David. I want.
We're going to go somewhere else.
I just like classic cars, you know.
You'll love it.
Nice.
I promise.
Yeah, we're going into the
Gasoline.
woods.
Yeah, would you ever want like a self-driving car?
Raped by your Tesla.
I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't.
No.
That just got real weird.
2 Teslas bring you in the woods.
We gotta make that sketch. That's like a pilot
yeah,
level
that
sketch.
is-
yeah.
that
How
is
did
a
you like
pilot
your
level
Tesla?
My asshole
Quiet,
hurts.
Dave.
I walk bow-legged now.
Go ahead, take off your clothes. I'm sorry, what? Why did the accent of this Tesla change? Let's see your titties, piggy.
Car? No.
I don't have titty. Yeah, you do, baby. Try to
Door
open
comes
the
up,
door.
smacks him.
Yeah. The steering wheel just hits you in the face. You're gonna like what we do to you, boy.
Shut up, bitch.
Tesla, buy me. Anyway.
They got the torque. They do. They got the torque. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
off the jump, but it doesn't go. But then it stops because it makes you slow down, so you're being safe.
'Cause it's
I
control,
want a
bro.
car that I can be unsafe in if I choose to hurt
That's
myself.
right.
and
I want a
others.
James Dean right off that side of the
Nice.
cliff. If I
Speaking of
want
the
to, because
jump.
I'm American.
Yeah,
Do we have time for a quick trans news before we get out of here?
let's do a
I
trans
got this one for
news.
Sarah.
Okay.
Great.
A transgender athlete took home first place in a varsity high jump competition at an Oregon high school meet on Wednesday. That whole sentence made me angry. Roughly 2 years after finishing last while competing against junior varsity boys, according to a report. Leah Rose, who reportedly used to compete as Zachary, won the high jump at the Portland, of course, Interscholastic League varsity relays with a height of 4 feet 8 inches, beating the second place finisher by 2 inches. Uncircumcised.
What a loser.
Yeah, so like beats varsity girls but couldn't compete against
Yeah.
junior varsity boys.
Right. last in his own
Yeah.
division.
Mm-hmm.
So decided, which by the way, you don't get points for creativity with that name.
Yeah.
The swimmer already took Leah.
Yeah. Is there like
It's
a list
popular.
of names that they go by? Like, it's always Leah.
I don't know, but I hate it.
Sparkles.
That is so, God, these dudes are so lame. What a loser. You couldn't cut it in your own sport, so you have to come into women's sports and take over all of ours because you were so bad at being a dude.
Well, my mom dated a guy that used to make me dress like a girl and play soccer.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's how he won the championship.
Wow.
No, that was Ladybug.
Oh, I forget my
name?
life and Rodney
Lady
Dangerfield
Ballers?
movies aren't the same thing.
Is that the name of it?
Ladybugs.
Ladybugs, yeah.
Yeah, the kid in it hung
great.
himself. Trans news.
Wow.
Also, I just want to point out that Zachary finished 11th out of 11 in the boys.
Yeah, he was last. He was
Last.
dead last in his own category.
Yeah.
That's what these losers do. They lose at their own sport and they're like, oh, I think I'll just put on a wig and pretend to be a girl so I can win. You're still a freaking loser.
Yeah, which was definitely the trope of a lot of films through the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And they were like,
And
then
the
they were like,
ringer.
yeah,
I'm going
and
to do that for real.
But The Ringer had heart.
It did.
Somehow Johnny Knoxville was able to pull off a Special Olympics movie, and it was really actually good.
Do you know
Sweet.
I was an extra in that movie that was filmed at
What?
Texas State University
You
in
really?
San Marcos? Yep, the track that they use was in San Marcos. I mean, you can't actually see me, but I did sneak onto the field and meet Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It turns out if you're somewhere and you just, by the way, I was fat. So it wasn't like I was
I
like,
know, we've been
hey, but I'm saying
So
like,
you weren't actually on this movie. It's just some other woman.
no, I was an extra in the film, but like we're all blurred. So you can't really, it was
But I mean,
before
you
AI.
you take up more room.
That's true. So you probably could be able to see me. No, but
Double
so,
the paycheck.
but
Please
seriously,
don't punch
a tip.
me. I'm just very impressed by your weight loss.
No, I
but
appreciate it.
I can't get myself together. Go on. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, it turns out if you're in places with security, if you just walk like you know what you're doing and where you're going, like they don't stop you.
Yeah.
So I just literally just walked down the field like I just knew what I was doing and why I was there, and they just let me on the field.
That's what Jeffrey Dahmer said.
No, it's
same
true.
quote.
If you just walk with any dude, I don't even know if I should admit this, but when I was traveling all through COVID, they make you sign a thing saying you're going to quarantine at like the New York airports. They're all holding guns. I would just walk by everyone. No one stops you. I never signed one piece of paper.
Yeah, yeah.
One time I was caught and I go, I got to pee real bad, and the guy goes, oh, okay. And then I walked out of the airport.
The most dangerous virus of all time.
All time.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But because I was walking with authority,
Exactly right.
Yeah.
it's true though.
They don't want to question you. They're like, oh, this guy knows where he's going. This guy knows what he's doing.
Walk into like a concession stand at the movies and just start filling your own popcorn. When they're like, what are you doing? You'd be like, I'm sorry, what? You know what I do. Like, I'm here for a reason. It's an inspection.
Yeah.
And then they won't say anything to you.
Sorry, sir.
Carry a clipboard. That'll get you anywhere.
The
White
clipboard
House.
gets you anywhere. Yeah.
In the White House with a clipboard.
Mhm.
It's true.
It's true.
Actually, the White House is pretty secure.
Yeah.
I was just there a couple weeks ago.
I saw that.
Now,
Yeah.
rules changed.
Yeah. You
could get cocaine in
Yeah,
there.
you could have brought cocaine in there. Yeah.
Yeah, for a
at the White
while.
We still don't know where it came from.
No idea.
No idea.
Who could possibly predict?
I don't know anybody who would have used drugs during that time.
No.
Mm-mm.
Not in that White House. They're clean.
So, foot jobs. Anyway, that's a thing we have what Hunter says. I got a foot job from my niece. Yeah.
We need to have
he
that on a
did.
roll.
Because he did. And it was on a computer with proof. And they were like, this isn't real.
It's not real. Making it up.
Look the other way.
Russian hoax.
You're racist if you think that he got a foot job from his niece.
Racist.
I mean, he did.
He did. Oh, it was on the
Yeah.
laptop.
It's proven now.
Yeah.
So gross.
I know. I barely watched it.
Would you get a foot job from your wife?
No.
I can't feel
But I don't even think
No.
that would be, I don't even think, it certainly wouldn't be her choice.
Guy.
I just meant like take the niece part out of it.
down.
No,
If
no.
it's
out of
being
it.
offered.
I mean, look, I'm not saying I wouldn't.
not?
I'm not
Feet
saying I
are
wouldn't do
gross.
it. Not to men.
I mean, I don't like rubbing feet because I don't
Why are
like
you looking
touching
at me
it
like
with my
that?
I'm
hands.
not.
They're not gross to men. I mean,
I-
don't get me
I
wrong.
know.
There's a difference between touching feet and touching feet. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But
So.
feet touching your junk.
I'm not saying-
I'm saying I love my wife.
I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just saying I think if I asked her to do that, she would just be kicking me in the nuts over and over.
It's danger.
I mean,
That
that's
is
danger zone.
Yeah. I'm not saying that feet are wonderful. It depends on the foot.
Yeah.
It just
You've
feels like
seen-
feet are pretty inflexible. Like
But if you get them together, you know they have like the
it would be a workout, I think.
Yeah, if the arch is good. If
the,
the arch is
yeah,
good.
the arch creates like a
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah.
Like if you
Like an
can,
arch.
if you can bend them, if you can bend them real good because you got a summer job as a mortician. There's really a way to work it where there's no pain.
Like I bet ballet dancers are probably good at that.
Yeah, well, but they probably all cracked and broken.
Yeah, their toes are
Yeah,
real
hammer toes.
ugly.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're like, do you want
Looking
these? And you're like, oh God,
Yeah.
those look like mine. Mine are cracked.
Like twinsies.
Mine are hammered. Hammered like a mofo.
Chinese.
I never knew that until I was at a pool and people were like, why are your feet all hammery? I was like, this is how toes look, yes? And apparently I've been wearing tight shoes so much that my feet are mangled.
Wow.
Sorry to hear that.
I take care of them, though. They're not fungusy or gross. They're clipped.
Well, nobody would want a foot job from you.
Well, that's not true.
Pedicured.
There's a lot of people who pay me quite well.
Check the comments.
They work
Down
here.
below.
Guess who it is? It's QB. All right, where can he does? That's why he knew about it. I'm saying like women are every part of a woman is usually attractive to a man. That's what
Really?
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
Okay.
Testosterone is a lonely devil.
it is.
It makes you think things that you don't want to think. It chases you.
Yeah,
Mm.
You know.
it's a
Think they
dark
call-
passenger.
They call that toxic masculinity.
Well, and sometimes
I'm saying I love.
I agree.
and specifically my wife and all her parts.
Yeah, whatever my wife wants to put on me, it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm not going to argue.
yeah. I'm up for it. I'm up for anything.
Listen, I'll do it for her. If she wants to give me a foot job, what am I going to deprive her?
I'm
I'm not saying, hey, go do it. You know, you got to do it. But if it was up on the table,
I'm not rushing.
I'm not going to be like, ew.
I want to reject my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I'll just keep bringing it up.
Just saying, float the idea out.
Saying women are.
Happen.
What does Kayla agree that women are all beautiful? Yeah, duh.
Do you like
okay,
women's
see?
feet? She talking to y'all?
She said depends
She
on
said
the
depends.
feet, but she's still.
That's,
See?
yeah, that's fair.
Depends on
That's
the
fair.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
on the table.
What was all that 1 in a million talk? All right, where can we find you before we? And thank you so much for coming on the show. I always enjoy. Like you're actually very educated,
Oh,
and I like to hear from somebody who knows what they're talking about.
I worried I
Not that you guys don't.
derailed it. No, I appreciate you guys
Derail
having
anything.
me on. Sarah Gonzales Unfiltered on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. And American Beauty by Sarah.com. Go get your makeup if you're a woman, and go buy your woman some makeup if you're a man.
Seriously, try it out. It's good makeup.
Thank you.
Or if you want to win a varsity relay,
Yeah.
grab some Sara Gonzales.
We are a capitalist. Yeah. Yeah.
We are the world.
Buy all my shit and set it on fire.
What's that website again?
AmericanBeautyBySarah.com. There's no H in Sarah.
SARA.
Mm-hmm.
I did it.
Because why?
Do you say Sarah?
Yeah.
Sarah.
No.
Just Sarah.
Sahara.
Sahara. Yeah, it's like the desert.
Yeah, I've been dry. End of the world. Bill Murray snapped at a man at a New York movie theater. Let's take a look.
Stop it. If you attack me like that again, I'll step on your foot. Don't do it. That's a physical assault you just made. I'm sorry. Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
Always coming back.
You're not big enough to do that.
I think he's in the right. You're chasing after a guy, with a camera and stepping on him.
Yeah, screw that guy. I hope all of his feet get stepped on.
Yeah, no, I think his retort needs to be a little bit stronger than "I'll step on your foot."
Yes, in return.
I know you are, but what am I?
With Bill Murray, though, he's like 80.
I know.
So it's
I'm gonna step on your foot. Better watch it, pal.
yeah, that's the.
But I agree with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need boundaries.
No, I agree. Yeah, and especially if you're trying to like go up to a guy who seems to be very approachable to the public,
Right.
Yeah.
and just if you're not jamming a camera in his face and stepping on him, he seems to be relatively liked.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that
I will say though, if Bill Murray offered to step on my foot, I would go. I would do it. I'd be like, yeah,
just for the story.
yeah.
So you'd
It's
take
on the table.
You'd record
a
it.
foot job from Bill Murray. I got you.
He's picking up what I'm putting.
I
down.
dig what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a celeb job.
Yeah.
Well, let's say if Bill Murray had to knock this guy out, what line from his movie should he say immediately after he knocks him out? QB.
And the flowers are still standing.
Ah, well played, Angela.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Me?
Yeah, you. Why do you think I'm looking at you?
What an incredible Cinderella story.
Oh, Caddyshack reference. Look at you, Sarah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Phil Connors. Or you could say it right before
Yeah. And
and then knock him out.
I'm Bill
step on
Murray
foot, yeah.
from Zombieland.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
yeah, that would. Yeah.
It's true. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Please check out Sarah's show and makeup line. We will be back next week on Tuesday. That's the day after Monday and before Wednesday. We hope you have a wonderful night.
See you next Tuesday.